All right, for my third pick, and is this the final one?
Yep.
Okay. For my third pick in the sixth and final one of the Sunday six-pack, slim pickings for me here, but I'm going with the New York Football Giants plus 3.5 at home against the Philadelphia Eagles. Look, I know the Eagles are getting healthier. I know they're coming off of a bye, but I've been low on the Eagles all year. I don't think they're any good. My biggest win total was their season win total under 9.5. Let's look at their profile this year. They have 3 wins. The Giants have 2. And you could say, yeah, the Giants have 2 wins over Washington. That's their only 2 wins. If Evan Ingram catches a pass, a wide open pass, the Giants have 3 wins and the Eagles have 2 wins. And the Eagles' 2 wins came against third and fourth string quarterbacks who finished the game. They beat Ben DiNucci in a game where the Eagles had 222 total yards and the Cowboys had 265 yards. And they beat the Niners in a game where C.J. Beathard finished that game, and the Niners had 417 yards to the Eagles' 267. And so that's basically their only 2 wins. They haven't beat a starting quarterback other than the Giants, and they had to come back and win just because Evan Ingram dropped a wide open pass. The Giants, on the other hand, are in every game. They're, not the most talented team in the world, but they're going to fight. I mean, they've lost games by 1, 2, 3, and 4 points this year, and they should have beat the Eagles. So they just had one bad game where they weren't in it against San Fran, and that was it. So I think what this will come down to most likely is probably a couple turnover throws from either Wentz, who leads the NFL in turnover worthy throws, so 23. Think about how many Jones is throwing. He's only thrown 12, which is like 5th or 6th in the NFL. So Wentz has just been trying to do too much, and I know some of his weapons and his offensive line are getting healthier, but there's just he's playing just way too recklessly. So I think this is a coin flip-ish game. I make the Eagles just a slight favorite, so I'm getting over 3.5. I'll take the Giants in a game. Look, the NFC East, when these teams match up, take the points. So I'm taking the New York Giants plus 3.5. Wouldn't take them under 3. At 3. But once you give me the hook, I'm taking it. I'm taking the bait.
I'm surprised you actually took this one, just because you do have the trend monsters working against you. You have the road favorite off a bye, 64-32 at 68% since 03. But you also have the Daniel Jones at home, 2-8 against the spread in his career. So, I mean, I guess you could say is kind of due for regression. Like this one, I bet the Eagles at 3 when the line first came out. I figured it would go to 3.5, and I didn't want it there. But I don't know. I just have a bad feeling about the Giants in this one. I mean, Daniel Jones doesn't turn the ball over. I was on the Giants last week, but he didn't turn the ball over. And they go up big in the first half against Washington, and Alex Smith has to come in and actually play real professional football for a whole game. And he throws 325 yards. The Giants win a turnover battle 5-0, and they win, and they barely win the game. I'm just they're gonna have a letdown at some point. Maybe it doesn't come this week because Wentz is Daniel Jones in a green uniform at this point. But I don't know. I have a bad feeling about the Giants in this one, just because they haven't played. They've been in every game, but they haven't had that really brutal letdown yet. It's kind of like you said with Herbert. I just feel like it's coming, but hopefully they wait another week, or hopefully they win by exactly 4. So I win this bet, but I don't know. I don't know. The Giants.
I don't love it. So I'll tell you that. But it was.
I get it.
Slim pickings.
It's 3.5. I mean, it's 3.5. You can't really go wrong. That's why I wanted the 3 when it first came out, because I definitely wouldn't bet it at 3.5. Also, for some reason, the Eagles always go under at home and over on the road. Carson Wentz road overs of 47.5 or less. Or get this, 21-4 in his career. It's absurd. Wow. It's absurd. And then if you look at the stats at Lincoln Financial, it's the exact opposite. They go under at some ridiculous clip. So just putting that out there for anyone that maybe just doesn't want to bet either side. of this game. But that wraps it up for the week number 10 Sunday 6-pack.